go ahead and get started. Welcome to tonight's nutrition and product chat, you guys. This is one of my favorite calls that we do for the clients because you guys get to leave this call super confident, on fire, and empowered with what it is that your program is, right? Most of us, when we get started on a program, we just looked at our coaches before and after and all of the before and afters that they shared, and we're like, okay, whatever it is that you're doing, I want to do it, right? Which is great because you chose it, because you saw that we get people results, that we've gotten results and we're getting people results, right? But we like to empower you with the knowledge of the product and your program, just so you feel super confident in what you have. And then if you don't know what you have, so you know what the value of what you have. Because the one thing, you guys, once we start taking products or doing any type of diet or life change, I always tell women it's kind of like having your first baby. You're pregnant for the first time, and every woman has mother advice. Some of these women, we like, I don't even want my kids like yours, but okay, I'll take, let me hear it. Let me hear it, Susan, right? No offense to any Susan on the call. So same thing when you start this your nutrition program or anything of a healthy journey, it seems like all of a sudden everybody got some advice for you, right? And they'll literally be drinking a diet Dr. Pepper and holding a diet Snickers, and giving you advice, right? And you're like, you looking at their medicine cabinet over here, you're like, we be respectful. So we just want you to know the facts behind what you're doing and the value behind what you're doing. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and share the screen just so I can introduce myself. Can you guys see my screen? If I can get a thumbs up. Yes. Okay, cool. So you guys, my name is Brittany Juarez. I am 34 years young. I am a wife. I am a mother to three, two by C-section, you guys. And before Herbalife, I was 215 pounds. I was extremely fatigued all the time, had no energy, and basically had hit rock bottom when it comes to self-love. Self-love was no longer existent, you guys. The day that I finally decided to make a change, I remember as my weight started to increase and increase and increase, I started off at 140. I had been 140 my entire life, and then it just started getting higher and higher and higher. And then, 150, 160, 170, 180, 190. And if anybody else knows that journey, we all know that when we get to that 90, we're like, I just can't hit 200 though. I just can't hit 200 though. But then I hit 200. And just like everything else in my life, I got to be an overachiever. So I went over by 15, and I topped off my top weight, guys, at 215 pounds. And so we can declare and say out loud over and over again, new year, new me. I'm going to change. I'm tired of this. I hate the way I look. And sorry, I'll get emotional about this because I never forget. You never forget those feelings. And I remember the day that I finally had the decision, the convicted decision. And when you are sick and tired of being sick and tired, the decision is made and you don't turn back. So I'll never forget, it was a Thursday night. That's the day that my husband gets paid. He came home and he said, babe, get dressed. I'm taking you out. And I went into the closet. And at this point, you guys, I was not even wearing real clothes anymore. Maybe shirts, but all of my pants were like yoga pants. Before yoga pants were like a thing, because now I do wear them every day. But when they were still like that bell bottom thing, so
Uh-huh.
I was wearing yoga pants, all the tight
Okay.
pants,
Okay, thank you.
because I didn't want to get into I didn't want to get into jeans anymore. Once I reached 18, I was not going any higher than that. I didn't want to see it, right? So yoga pants every day, and I'm in this closet, and I'm trying to find something to wear. And I just keep changing and changing and changing. And nothing I put on made me feel pretty enough to be on a date with my husband. And even if I went on a date with my husband, it's like I ruined every date that we were on. I ruined everything all the time because I no longer recognize myself. I no longer recognize the size of
Dang, this EOS is
I no
huge.
longer recognize
I
the woman
know,
looking
mom is
back at
small as
me.
hell.
Can we make sure that somebody's on mute?
Me
You
too,
guys,
to
if
be
you could
honest.
please mute your mics.
Really?
Thanks.
Drank this.
Got it. All right, no problem. So I could no longer recognize the person looking back at me in that mirror, you guys. And I just remember falling out and just crying and just knowing that even if I get dressed and I'm sitting at that table, if the waitress in my definition was pretty, then I'm insecure. I'm watching my husband's every eye twitch, every smile. Like, did you smile too big at her? Are you looking at her? When a female walks by that I think is pretty, did you just look at her? You just sneeze, but did you sneeze on purpose just to see her? Like, I ruined everything with my insecurities. I really, really did. And so I always commend my husband when I think about those stories, because I know I just put him through the ringer. And, being so insecure, sometimes it unintentionally makes you really shallow and pass judgment on people that didn't ask for it or don't deserve it. And by that I mean, since I no longer recognize myself, there would be women that I didn't even know and maybe were perfectly comfortable in their skin, self-love on level 10. And I would see them and I would say, do I look like her or do I look better than her? Am I smaller than her or am I bigger than her? When I get dressed, is that how I look in my clothes? And it was just a constant comparison. And we all know that comparison is the thief of all joy, you guys. So fast forward, I get started. I am a new year, new me client, right? My first program, I'll be very transparent, I bought in October. And I always say my first canister, you guys, was like that bread in the Jesus story where he kept bringing the bucket down and the fish just kept adding and it fed the many, right? For whatever reason, one canister we all know has 30 meals in it. It lasted me 90 days. What does that mean? I wasn't being consistent. I wasn't trusting the process. So here we go. New year, new me. You guys, let me go and stop share. I want to see your faces. I like to connect. All right, so here we go, you guys. It's new year, new me. Your girl's getting married on March 9th. So now my back is up against the wall and I'm like, procrastinated too long. I gotta go. I'm like, you know what? Let me just do what it says to do. 2 shakes a day, tabs 3 times, lose weight like crazy, right? Drink your water. So with mine, you guys, that's what I did. I did my 2 shakes a day. I did my tabs 3 times. My first month, I was down 20 pounds. I was like, so then my husband got started. That's another story for another time. And so then my husband got started. But you guys, by March 9th, my wedding day, I was down 37 pounds. And the feeling that I had on my wedding day, even though I wasn't where I am now, man, I felt beautiful on that day. To walk down that aisle, to wear that sweetheart neckline and show my shoulders with this not going over my thing, like I felt amazing. You couldn't tell me nothing. Right. And so we went and got married in Vegas, you guys. We had a 1 week honeymoon, staycation, whatever. We stayed there for a week. One of the biggest things, right, that got me was that I was there for a whole week. We ate everything in sight. Y'all, if y'all been to Vegas, buffets out the yin yang, right? So Brittany was like, yeah, right? And so I did it up. I'm not even gonna lie. There was one night that me and Chris, that liquid courage be making that, liquid juice be making you extra hungry. Me and Chris got in line at the McDonald's on the strip, got a supersize, ate it. We got back in line and we got another one. So we do not recommend that, you guys, but we did that, right? And so when we came back, I remember getting on the scale and I only gained 4 pounds. What? What's going on with my body? I got super curious, right? I'm not one to like read a lot and be like a science guru and all of that stuff, you guys. I'm super simple. But when it came to why did that happen, right? Because when I was bigger and I wasn't on good nutrition, I had taken a vacation to Chicago one time and I gained 10 pounds in 4 days. And I did not eat like I ate in Vegas at all. So how did I only gain 4 pounds? So I started looking into our products and researching, and I was like, wow. So basically, you guys, let me set this up for you. I highly recommend having a pen and paper of some sort because you are going to hear either myself, Coach Angelica, or Coach Rich talk about a product tonight that you may want to take now with your current program or enhance later on your next program, right? So you definitely want to write that down because once you hear it, you're going to tell your coach, oh my gosh, okay? So you guys, I'm going to share with you some of the stuff that really excited me about these products and how they work. So let's picture our bodies as a vehicle, This is a car, right? And underneath is an engine. We need to start fueling and feeding every area of our insides, of our the whole internal process, so that everything should run the way that it's supposed to run, right? When we have one area, so we might not associate a certain situation with weight loss, but unfortunately, because it's not working the way it's supposed to be working inside of us, like the rest of the departments are coming over here to help this area. So the metabolism that's supposed to be breaking down my food and keeping this waistline in check is over here trying to help the digestive system, because I'm backed up with all these preservatives and fillers and whatever else is in these foods that they're putting in our grocery stores right now, right? So my metabolism is helping out another department, but who's running metabolism, y'all? I need to know, right? You gotta just sometimes talk to your body. Who is in the metabolism department? We gotta get over there, right? So this is what the products do, you guys. Since it's full service nutrition, you are feeding every area of your body, and it matters. Everything matters. So let's get into it, you guys. The first thing I'm gonna say about this program, for me as a mother, a busy mom, again, around 3 boys, a husband. So I feel like everybody else who has boys, you know, like your husband is like your fourth son. I just can't spank him. So yeah, you know that life. Anyways, you guys, so this is something that y'all better, okay. So anyways, so this is something that I really, really liked about these products, right? I had tried everything before Herbalife. If it was sold on eBay or Amazon, which don't you ever swallow something off of sites that we don't know what it is. If they can fake a Coach purse, they can fake powder. Do not swallow anything off of those type of sites, okay, you guys? So but if they sold it, I was taking it. If they said Beyonce did it, I did it. I remember I did water for 10 days with cayenne pepper and what is that called? Syrup for 10 days, right? Because they said Beyonce did it. So I had done everything before Herbalife, you guys. And honestly, when I found Herbalife, it was just another thing for me, right? I didn't know that I had stumbled on gold, right? So this is my slogan behind it. Choose a lifestyle, not restrictions. And with this program, it is a lifestyle. This is something that you can incorporate forever, right? Once I reach my weight loss goals, what do they say? Have a shake for breakfast every day to maintain. And then people will be like, so you're gonna have a shake for breakfast for the rest of your life. I said, look, I'm 34 years old. And since the day I could have a memory, which was 2, because I'm very advanced, right? Since the day that I could have a memory, my grandma has always had 2 pieces of toast and a black coffee for breakfast. So you guys, we are creatures of habit. We do the same thing every day. So don't let your mind get funky like, oh my gosh, so am I gonna have this for the rest of my life? We never say that about pizza. We never say that about burgers. We never say that about tacos. You know, who's questioning tacos? Nobody, right? So don't question your shake. Don't complicate things. This is just another food. It's a consumption choice. That's all it is, right? So by choosing a lifestyle, not restrictions, what I mean is I've tried other things before and they're like, okay, this week it's purple and green only. And this week, no this and no that and no. And I'm like, I can't keep up. I cannot keep up. And then when I go to take my kids to Chili's, they don't got nothing purple. They didn't have the purple cabbage at Chili's. So how do I do this? You know, so it was too many restrictions and then it set me up for failure. Something like this, you guys, it gives you the opportunity to learn, but still get results in the process. And you can improve the solids along the way, but still get results. You guys, I'm a living testimony. When they said 2 shakes a day and 1 sensible meal, we really define that now because it's people like me that didn't understand sensible. My definition of sensible was instead of this plate, I'm gonna do this plate. Instead of 6 enchiladas, I'm gonna do 2. And that's sensible. So that's why we do the meal guides. And we really, really recommend that you get into those meal guides. Because if you're a client like I was, and your definition of sensible is different than somebody who knows nutrition, let's trust the professionals. Let's just get in that meal guide and do what we're supposed to do. Okay, you guys? So choose a lifestyle, not restrictions. If you have a oopsie daisy, you ain't having an oopsie daisy now. There's too much money on the line. I'm telling y'all that right now. Okay. But if you have a oopsie daisy, you just get right back to it. You don't totally throw out, you're not on day 19 and accidentally mess up and then, oh shoot, I got to start all over again. No, okay? Because this is a lifestyle, not restrictions. right? So the purpose of this call is to empower you with facts and knowledge of your program so that you are confident in what you are consuming. Like I said, everybody becomes a nutrition guru once you say you're on something, right? Which is crazy because y'all saw me over here big and sad and wanting to lose weight. Y'all didn't have all this advice until you see me doing something. Now all of a sudden you're going to be telling me that I should be eating, chicharrones 24/7 with beans and cottage cheese, like just those three things, right? And you're like, really? That people have crazy things with no results or never even tested it, don't know anybody else. It's just crazy, right? So we want you to be knowledgeable in it so you're not swayed and you're not distracted. So first, you guys, what we're gonna go over with the products before we get into the actual program is the products are safe for everyone. The products are safe for everyone. So like I mentioned, I have 3 boys. Axel was born after I started consuming the products. So since I had the products and I knew that they were safe, I actually did not know all the way, but I did take the products to his pediatrician because he was having colicky really, really bad at 2 months. My breast milk dried up. I had to switch over to formula. It was not vibing with him. And I didn't want to keep switching him from brand to brand to brand or just different. You know how it is, moms, when we have a new baby, we're like, oh my gosh, they're hurting. So I took the aloe to the doctor appointment, and because what does the aloe do? It soothes the stomach. Doc, can he get some aloe in his formula? He said, oh yeah, you can never have too much aloe. Okay, shoot. Warning, first diaper is an experience. But after that, baby's happy, right? Baby's really, really happy. So I put a cap when he was doing 6 ounces or 4 ounces. Yeah, my baby is 9 years old now, so I don't know. Yeah, whoever got a baby, what are they drinking at 2 months? So 4 ounces, I put a cap in there, you guys, and he felt absolutely amazing. So even my youngest child from 2 months has been taking these products. My grandma takes it, my dad takes it, everybody takes it. So because all it is, you guys, is a consumption choice. It's good nutrition. If anybody ever asks, like, is it safe for people with diabetes? Is it safe for, hypertension? Is it safe for high blood pressure? If you're on a certain medication, is it safe? This will always be the answer back or the response back. What are your diet restrictions? Because this is just a food, right? It's just a consumption choice. So if you ask me, is it safe? Do you have any diet restrictions? And if you don't have any diet restrictions, then okay, this is no different than you going through the drive-through like you've done a million times at Taco Bell. This is, very different as in better for you. But it's just, again, our minds complicate things just because we put it in a supplement form. And we think that, it can be dangerous. But I can tell you why that reputation exists, right? The manufacturing process. So with Herbalife, we have a seed to feed process. There are no middlemen before we even plant a seed. So our soy protein, you guys, that's in the Midwest. If you Google the best soy protein in America, they'll tell you the best soy protein in America is in the Midwest. But guess whose farm that is? It's Herbalife's farm. We have our own farms. So you guys, before we even plant a seed, for 1 year, Herbalife cleans dirt. So there's no pesticides, no chemicals, no nothing. Herbalife is very, very serious. They plant that seed. We man our own crops. So let me educate you with the manufacturing process. So let's say that there's somebody that are like, man, the protein game is hot right now. I want to sell protein. So you're like, cool. So here I am, I'm an investor. So what do? I find somebody who farms protein. Hey, Jose, you got protein? Okay, I want to buy the protein from you. Right? And then I find somebody that can manufacture, that has manufacturing facilities. Hey, Tracy, I see you have a manufacturing facility. I'm going to buy the protein from Jose. Can I send it here? Will you manufacture it? Absolutely. Okay. And then I got to hire salesmen, right? To get our products out into these stores, right? So let's say Walmart, for instance. So then I got George, my salesman. George, get over to Walmart and talk to Walmart and get us on their shelf. Okay, cool. So they do that. But check this. Jose, who's farming? I, the investor, do I care how he's farming? What he's farming around? What's in his farms? What he's using to get the bugs out? The pesticides? And what is he doing to farm that stuff? Right? I have no control over that because he farms how he wants to farm. Same thing with the manufacturing facility. Is it clean? What are they manufacturing things around? You know, when you have general manufacturers, you could be manufacturing protein right next to Windex, because I'm gonna manufacture everything and I just get it out to the people, to my clients, right? So those are manufacturing facilities. And then George, that is the salesman that got to get it into Walmart. Walmart says, yes, I'll take this protein. I'll put it on the shelf. Walmart sells you a protein for $14 and we think we found gold. No, we didn't. Okay. First of all, Herbalife is Chevron with Techron. And I don't know about y'all, but I'm a Rolls Royce. Okay. So if you want to be a 1978 Volkswagen Beetle and get that, you know, that gas, who's been to Mexico? You know how sometimes they be watering down their gas and you're driving and you're like, boom, 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 boom. If you've ever drove with watered down gas, you kind of like, it kind of like puts a thing, right? It messes up the car. So we need that Chevron from Techron. So anyways, you guys, we get it on the shelf, we buy it $14, but there was too many people that needed to get paid out of this, right? I'm the investor. So I got to be making a bang for my buck. Jose's got to get paid for farming it. Tracy's got to get paid for manufacturing it. I got to pay George for being my salesman and getting me into stores, right? And then all of the logistics, advertising, and Walmart to put it on the shelf at minimum. They're making an 80% profit. And let me tell you, profits are going to be over. So they're making like 120, 150% profit on a clearance. They're going to make an 80% profit. Too many people had to get paid out of this one canister so if it's only $14 and that many people needed to get paid and that much profit needed to be had on just the person who sold it off the shelf, that's where the fillers come in, because you have this much product and then the rest full fillers, right? But why are they, but their label says that they have this. Because guess why? They create the product, the one they're going to turn in to create the label. They only create a label one time. They turn in the product to get the label created. After the label is created, now all I got to do is print and put all on my stuff. All right, you guys, we got the label created. You know how we're going to do it to put it on the shelves, switch the recipe back up so that we can make our money, right? So the label is what they turned in to the label makers that test the product to say what's in the product, right? But that's not, if it's not regulated by NSF, like a lot of our products are, especially in our 24 line, then they can put whatever they want on their products, right? So I just wanted to share with you guys a little bit of the background of manufacturing so we understand what we're taking when we eat it. There's a lot of stuff now, it might look good, and it's like only 20 cents, and I'm like, wait a minute. If you got to be making a big old profit off of 20 cents, this is just fake. This is cardboard, spray painted, and for whatever reason, tastes like Fruit Loops. So I don't know. But you guys, we got to be aware of that. Again, that's going to be knowledge that's going to help you with not just supplements, but in the grocery store. You're going to be like, nah, see? I learned about this, right? So you guys, with that being said, the next thing is possible symptoms. Let's talk about this, okay? So, because if something starts happening, you go to Google, you're gonna see the hater stuff first, right? If you talk to somebody, they'll be quick to tell you Herbalife killing people. Really? Well, I guess we haven't killed enough because they haven't shut us down yet, right? And that is a total joke, but it just hasn't happened. Literally, I'll have Herbalife in the trunk, I'll get in a car accident and lose my life, and because Herbalife fell on the road, Herbalife kills Mama 4, right? Nah, it was in my trunk when I got in the car accident. The car accident killed me, right? Y'all know how it is, because all with this COVID and everything now, everybody, it's just all COVID, right? No, the dude got hit by a car. No, he died of COVID, right? So we know how that is now. We know how the media is. So you guys, possible symptoms, and these are common. So don't feel like, oh, what is happening to me, right? So common symptoms are headache, nausea, and fatigue in the beginning, which is crazy because all of our products give us energy, right? Even just nutrition is good fuel, so it energizes you. I don't know, and neither does your coach, know how bad your diet was before you started Herbalife. And what your body is created to do is naturally cleanse itself every 24-hour period. And when you start taking in super good nutrition, your body's like a storage unit. You ate, and then it wasn't nothing that your body could use, so it stored it, because now it's kind of like in starvation mode. That's what happens when we starve ourselves, right? It's in starvation mode. It stores it because it doesn't know when you're gonna feed it what it needs again. So just in case your body's in freak out mode, it puts the storage there. You eat, now you have a double cheeseburger, Baconator from Jack in the Box. That used to be my jam. with the bacon potato wedges, extra cheddar, extra bacon, right? So look at everybody who knows. See, I can relate. But anyways, y'all, so, and I have that as a meal. And then it did not give my body the nutrients that it needed, so it stored that too. So now I'm a huge storage unit. As soon as you start taking in stuff that your body needs, wants, and craves, it's gonna start cleaning house immediately. So what does that feel like when your body starts to let go of trash, right? We can feel bloated from the toxins. Toxins create like an air, like a gas inside of us. You might be gassy. Girl, fart. Okay, I don't gotta tell my men. Girl, fart. Okay, don't be holding that poison in. Same thing. If you are afraid to poop, you know, look at, do you poop 2 to 3 times a day? Ask me how. Okay, this is happening twice before I even brush my teeth in the morning. That's what I tell people. They're like, you really poop 2 to 3? You not pooping? That's a problem, right? So you guys, if you have to go to the bathroom, you need to go to the bathroom. You're cleaning house. So I'll get the common thing like, man, I just feel really backed up right now. My stomach is cramping and I am backed up. Okay, girl, you know, I already know what happened and you don't even have to admit it to me. There was a point after you drank your shake and had your tea that you needed to go to the restroom and you held it and you didn't go. And now you backed yourself up with the toxins and it hurts. No problem. Get on your water, drink 1/3 of your gallon immediately. And when you got to go again, you got to go flush it out. Right. So with the headaches, the nausea, that's again, that is from the release of the toxins. What do we do to expedite getting out of the toxin stage or clean house stage? Up our water consumption. Flush that stuff out as soon as possible. Do not stop and then try to take a day rest and start again. You're going to repeat the cleansing process. Let your body clean house and then boom, after that it's regular, right? And you guys, when I'm talking about bowel movements, don't picture like some crazy story like, you know, how we've seen on Dumb and Dumber where it's like it's not going to be that. You know, I can't say for sure, right? I got to maybe put a disclaimer on that. Again, I don't know how bad the diet was, but let it go. Let it go. Let it. Oh, that's so funny because when you guys go to the restroom, you're going to totally hear me singing that. So anyways, let it go, you guys. And just know that it's your body cleaning house, okay? And I tell you that so that you know. Second thing, so those are just the most common, but oh yeah, and the last, because sometimes people freak out about this if you've never taken vitamins, your pee is like this color green. I remember the first time Chris went pee, he was like, oh, now I know why Herbalife got its color, because my pee is that color. And all that is just the vitamins. We like to make a game of it because the first one will be like that right after the tab set. How fast can I get it clear? Drink your water, right? Make a game of it, whatever. You know, we got to make everything fun, even if it's going to the bathroom. So you guys, if that ever happens, don't freak out. You're not turning into a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. It's just how the vitamins come out, okay? So here's my advice for anything that you feel, anything that you're going through, any adverse feeling that's like, uh-oh, what is this? Tell your coach everything, and only tell your coach. Don't go telling somebody else that you are nauseous with a headache, because guys, the internet says crazy things, right? And it'll say anything that you seek. And I've even tested that. I said, chewing gum helps you lose weight. I put that in the search field. Why did I find 15 articles on how chewing gum makes you lose weight? That ain't true, y'all, right? So don't go to the internet. The internet will, if you go fishing, you're going to catch fish, right? Go to your coach. Your coach has the same knowledge that I'm giving you guys, right? And if they're a newer coach just excited about the products, they're connected to coaches that have the same knowledge that I have. So go to your coach always and let them know what it is that you're going through. Second thing, you guys, don't ever listen to the thing of, well, I heard about Herbalife, but I heard if you quit, you gain all your weight back. Y'all, that is the craziest thing I ever heard in my life. Like I said, the products are just a consumption choice. All it is good nutrition, right? So if we eat nothing but salads and we have a clean eating diet and lose all this weight, and then we get back to tacos and burgers and pizza and regain the weight, do we say that salads don't work? No. It's just, you are what you eat. So no, Susan, you went back to burgers and pizza. That's why you look like burgers and pizza, right? It's not, it's just, if you stop eating healthy, you start looking unhealthy. That's all it is. I never in the history of salads heard that salads don't work. So how can we say a nutritional shake don't work? All it is good nutrition. Ain't nothing man enhanced in it, right? So with that being said, you guys, I'm going to go into a little bit of fun knowledge of each product. and then give you my top 3 products before I pass the mic on to the other coaches on the call, you guys. So Formula One, this is our main event, you guys. For whatever reason, if this pandemic hits and really puts a dent in your pocket and you just need to focus on one thing, it's this. This is the main event. This is what's going to get you those results right here, okay? So in the Formula One, you guys, what is it? All it is, and here's the protein drink mix. We usually mix these two together to create our shake. I say this is our salad, right? This is all of the nutrients. This is the greens. This is all the stuff that we can have a swooped up salad. And this is my chicken, right? This is Herbalife's milk. So it's salad with my chicken, but this is Herbalife's milk right here. And having these together, you guys, all it is it's a healthy meal, and it's a super nutrient dense protein smoothie. That's what it is. A super nutrient dense protein smoothie. It's a controlled amount of calories, right? If you're doing 2 and 2 scoops, it's 200 calories. If you're doing 2 scoops Formula One, 1 scoop PDM, it's 145 calories, right? So it's a controlled amount of calories, a controlled amount of sugars, and a controlled amount of carbs. What's the magic behind it? And people, I gotta tell you guys, this healthy meal is the meal, and this is the protein. So if you just, the reason why I emphasize nutrient dense protein shake is because if you say protein shake, protein is exactly what's our protein, right? It's 15 grams of, ours is 15 grams of protein, but it's only, 1 gram of sugar. So if you put it together, if somebody's like, well, how many grams of sugar, how many carbs, and you count both of them and you tell somebody, right? Again, a non-professional, a non-person with experience with getting other people results, they'll be like, that is too much sugar for a protein shake. Well, this is not a protein shake, right? A protein shake is not a meal. It is just protein. We are creating a meal. So all the nutrients make this a meal. And because it is so nutrient dense, that's why we feel incredible, even though we have cut 2 of our meals down to only 145 calories. Because the calories don't matter in the way that we feel and perform and change. It's the value that our foods bring. So these shakes are so nutrient dense. That's why we can go calorie deficient. Because what's the definition of losing weight? You go calorie deficient, right? So that you can burn a higher amount of calories and then you start losing the weight, right? This allows us to go calorie deficient without going nutrient deficient, right? Angelica's coming on next, and she's had her own type of journey, but she knows everything about going calorie deficient and then also going nutrient deficient, right? Because if we take our salad down to here and our chicken down to here, we also cut out all those nutrients. So yeah, we're getting smaller, but now it's like, why am I getting sick? Why do I feel tired? Because you don't have the nutrients. So this allows us to go nutrient deficient at a really high calorie deficient with a really high nutrient level, right? So that's Formula One and protein. The second thing I want to talk about is the aloe. I'll keep that really simple, you guys. That goes in and soothes the stomach. It helps de-bloat, and it's great for digestion. To have it stick, I call it our Roto-Rooter. Okay, so if you know anything about plumbing and cleaning pipes, that's our Roto-Rooter. So when you know, like, oh shoot, Roto-Rooter, great for heartburn, great for making sure we clean out. Aloe is good for so many things, you guys, and it also helps enhance all of your enhancers inside of your program because it helps your body with the absorption of micronutrients. What is micronutrients? Any of the little vitamins that you take, or any of the small enhancers, the foods, right? The things that we eat. Those are macros. And then the vitamins and everything else are micros. Again, you don't even have to know all of that stuff. Just know that you're connected to some very, very knowledgeable people in nutrition. And again, we got you on the right stuff, right? So that's the aloe. And have you guys had the tea without the aloe? Your girl only used to drink it like that. I don't even know how. I must have been thug life because it's stout, right? So the tea tastes much better with the aloe, right? So let's go into the tea. What does the tea do? Again, if you don't want to remember all the facts, remember this: drink and shrink. This is my drink and shrink, right? You burn 90 to 100 calories in every 8 ounces that you drink. It's a natural thermogenic, so it ups your thermogenics. What is thermogenics? Thermogenics is the natural process that happens when you start working out. It raises, and then you start burning a higher amount of calories. So it's going to naturally raise that thermogenics for us to burn an additional 90 to 100 calories. Right? Great for on its own and boosting the energy, but also awesome to be doing right before the gym too. I'm gonna sweat out these toxins and I'm gonna double my calories that I'm burning, right? So love the tea, you guys. And the tea, When you drink it, every time that you drink it, it's a sudden boost in metabolism, right? I love to drink it with my meals because I want that boost and let me eat, right? So that's what the tea is. Then we have our total control. So our total control, oh my gosh, is my life. This is also made with our tea extracts, but like I always say, it's not to be confused. So just because it's made with the tea extracts, it's not our tea in a tab, right? Two very different things. If it was our tea in a tab, it would be an Herbalife concentrate tab, right? So it's total control. The difference with the total control versus the tea, even though of course it's going to have one of the main ingredients is our green, black, and orange Pico herbal blend. That's what our tea is, right? So they have that in this tab with a combination of other things with one of the main ingredients being ginger root. So what is this doing? The tea is going to boost, right? The total control is going to start developing. So when we first start our program, you guys, our metabolism is running very slowly. I was able to get on a Tanita scale and see that my metabolism was running at 78 years old, right? After I get on my products and I'm taking all of my stuff, you guys, then my metabolism starts speeding up. By the end of my journey, I get on this Tanita scale and my metabolism is running like it's 18 years old, which is awesome. That's what we want. Because then when you do go to the family party on Sunday and you want to eat what they're eating, we don't want to be like, oh, I can't eat that. No, my grandma makes very good vigaron. I'm Nicaraguan and oh my gosh, I need the vigaron. So I need to eat that. I need the red beans and rice. I need it, right? This is it's like, it's a part of my heart. So I need it. But now when I eat it, I break it down like if when I was 18 and your girl looked good at 18, right? So now I break it down like I was 18 and not like I'm 78 because I've been taking consistently this total control to develop and speed up permanently because I'm developing it. It's getting stronger and stronger and stronger, right? I had to make him strong because he was over here in the digestive system getting weak. He was over here helping out that department, right? So from there, you guys, we have the 21-day herbal balancing cleanse. I love this, you guys, because what this focuses on is cleaning of the liver, okay? If you love your little margaritas and martinis, you especially should be on this, right? We got to cleanse that liver out, you guys, because that liver has so much to do with cleansing out our entire body. Again, just keeping everything on track. It's also formulated with thistle. That's the main thing that goes in and cleans that out. You have 2 a.m. tabs that you take in the morning and 2 p.m. tabs that you take at night. You start at night. Why? Night is the removal and the morning is the replenisher. Other commercial cleanses, oh man, not good. They want to wring your guts out, literally. Who's done one? You felt it, right? If you took one of those things and you're like, you feel it, right? But we get excited. We didn't know any better. We got excited. Ooh, I'm about to go. I can feel it cramping up. Like, ooh, like it's going to happen, right? We're not supposed to be like that. So naturally, you guys, this is going to go in, start removing at night, and then we replenish. Because when it brings out the good and the bad bacteria, or the bad and the good bacteria. We need bacteria inside of our digestive system. So we cleanse at night, remove at night, we replenish in the morning. And then the last thing, and you guys, the products that I'm going over, oh my gosh, let me share the screen real quick. I got really excited, started talking. So the products that I'm going over are, let's go back here. Let me move this. Are the actual products in that you got to choose from in your programs for, let me just stop share on here. I'm gonna stop sharing on that so I don't mess that up. So the products that I'm talking about, you guys, are the products that are inside of our programs that you chose for your 21-day. So the last one is gonna be probiotics that I'm gonna talk about. So probiotics, you guys, in the day and age where everybody is on medication, right? They give us medicine for everything. Antibiotics are killing our gut. And our gut is the last form of thing to get everything out, right? Our digestive system breaks it down, and from the digestive system, it goes to the gut, and then it exits. But what's cleaning the gut if we have no probiotics? Your guys' gut can have literally stuff that you had on the night of your quinceañera. I'm serious. What's cleaning it? Okay? We are taking so many antibiotics. If you have recently taken antibiotics or on antibiotics right now, you definitely need the probiotics. We need to get our probiotics back up inside of our gut, you guys. Our probiotics has 1 billion live probiotics in every tiny little scoop. Why is that important? Because if you're like me, I was having the Yoplait and the little probiotic shot, whatever else. Again, you guys, those things that I thought I was doing right, those things do not survive our digestive tract. So that's why our probiotics is 1 billion live cultures in one scoop, because only 70% of what you ingest will survive the digestive tract. The digestive tract is made to break things down in every way, right? So when we do those, the Yoplays and the yogurts, I know the advertising looks so, awesome, but you guys, our digestive system breaks it down all the way, and then we're not going anymore, right? So from there, you guys, I'm gonna go into real quickly my 3 products so I can get this over to Angelica. My 3 products, you guys, all of us, what's so amazing is that all of us have 3 very different journeys, right? I am down 62 pounds. So I had a lot of weight to lose, and I had 2 cesareans. So after I lost the weight, right, it's like we expose another insecurity. I wanted to feel good in my own skin. I could put on a bikini, right? I was so excited about that, and I rocked them all the time, right? But as soon as I bent over to get a Capri Sun out of the ice chest, you're like, oh, there the babies were, like gravity takes over, right? Don't have my kids throwing a football, say, Mom, play catch, because if I'm trying to run in the bikini, I do not look like Baywatch, right? It ain't the breasts that are bouncing, it's the stomach. It's just, everywhere. So I'm like, man, and then I felt like, how do I hold this thing together? So I'm like, okay, how do I get this skin tight? Your body is designed to repair itself in every way, shape, or form. You are created to do that. That's why you could be pregnant out to here, have the baby, and because your body is created to heal itself if we feed it properly. So I started to really be intentional about going on a skin tightening journey, right? So I start to go on this skin tightening journey, and I start looking up what's beneficial to the skin. How can I naturally tighten my skin? They got all types of creams or whatever, but we know it's what we ingest. So these are my 3 products, you guys, that I did intentionally, and the results are there. Like, I've never been more excited about my skin tightening process in my entire journey. Like, every year it gets better and better and better. So the number 1 food to feed skin is soy. So your skin is the largest organ on your body. And the number 1 food to feed your skin so that your skin can start replenishing and healing itself is soy. Well, guess what? I don't even have to go over that, because our shakes are plant-based. They're soy. And then they're the purest, cleanest type of soy, right? So boom, I didn't even have to worry about that. Cool, my shakes got me, right? And then the other food for your skin is fiber. Oh shoot, we got active fiber, right? Active fiber that is soluble and insoluble fiber in one. I didn't even know there was 2. Did you? Don't worry about it. If you're taking the active fiber, you're getting it all in, right? I don't have to have, I'm still eating the beans and lentils and whatever else I gotta have, right? But boom, it's a one-stop shop. And now you guys, they have that tropical one. So look at, this is my pina colada with this tropical active fiber mix. Oh, you on an island. So anyways, you guys, active fiber, right? The active fiber, it's another food. So then I started putting that in my shake. And then how am I gonna enhance it, right? How am I gonna put a buddy system together to enhance and expedite this process? We can expedite every process that we wanna go through in our journey with the nutrition, and just really focusing on just that area, right? So the things to expedite it is 1, the beauty booster. That's our collagen beauty booster, right? Every woman loves collagen. Here's a fun fact. Collagen only works when it's ingested. I know you'll see it written on lotions and all this other stuff, but it only works for your body when it's ingested. That means you have to eat it. Our collagen, you guys, is made by Verisol. And I love that, because Herbalife knew there is a demand for our customers to have collagen, because we lose so much weight. It's not typical, but it's damn sure what's possible, right? So how are we gonna help them look good? So they collaborated. They didn't try to redo it. They didn't try to have a rendition. When there's a Nike, we ain't gonna be a Fila. You know what I'm saying? So then they just collaborated with Verisol, who has the number 1 collagen on the market, right? Not on the market, but in being made, right? Because then they just disperse it. And then they said, boom, okay, we're taking Verisol. So our collagen, you guys, is top of the line. Top of the line. And if anybody on the call has been taking it, you already know results are crazy with the collagen. And then the last thing, you guys, is Nightworks. That's out of our Heart Health line. It's nitric oxide, right? But and you're like, why would I be taking Nightworks? Why would I be taking a nitric oxide? It's because what you're doing is you're increasing your oxygen. That's what nitric oxide does for your body. It increases the intake of oxygen. So I'm increasing the oxygen to my cells to expedite rejuvenation. So It is Beauty Booster, Nightworks, and Active Fiber are my 3 enhancers to my program, you guys, to really take my skin tightening journey to another level. I could, to another, tight, right? Tight. So, and your girl, if you guys ever met me in person, your girl can't, every shirt I cut it, right? Crop tops all day, every day. I work really hard to tighten this skin, you guys. So those are my products for skin tightening. I'm now gonna bring up our next coach, you guys. It is Coach Angelica. Ah! Let's share this before and after.
I'm super excited to share with you guys tonight. I'm super passionate about my topic, which is toning the body and building the booty. If you guys follow me on social media, y'all know we've been building booty for forever, right? And then shrinking the waist, right? So toning, essentially what is toning? I think a lot of us come into this thinking we want to drop body fat, but we want to tone, right? We don't want to just look skinny, we want to tone. So what does toning mean? Toning really means, and Brady, can you actually bring up my booty photos for me too?
Yes,
Toning means that we're dropping the body fat so we can see the muscles. Okay, so we can see the muscles. So that's what toning does. But the thing that you get to do with Herbalife is you get to, so you'll see here, this photo on the left, we'll buy some more, okay? We'll get some more. And the photo on the left, I was 6-week postpartum after having my daughter. And then the photo on the right is my body toning and while building muscle, because y'all, photo on the left, you see that booty? That was like pancakes. I had no muscle back, I had nothing, okay? Nothing, it was flat. All right. So from there, getting on this program, and I'm going to talk about a couple of my favorite products, but incorporating the products that everything Brittany just said, right? And let me tell you, the Collagen Beauty Booster, 2 times a day, I was taking that. Okay. And while I was pregnant, all right. So your girl did not get no stretch marks while I was pregnant. But here you can see I've built muscle, I've dropped the body fat, right? And shaped my butt. Okay, so that's essentially what we're gonna do. So I was on my program, and I like to call it the fat loss program. And you guys, the beautiful thing that we get to do is we get to use those same products for fat loss as well for building muscle and for weight gain, right? They're just used differently. That's the only thing. So Herbalife, the product isn't like, the shake isn't fat loss, isn't weight loss. It's just good nutrition. And then depending on what your goal is, it will be designed into a program to help you achieve it, okay? So before I got started on the Herbalife products, to give you guys some history, I battled eating disorders. I battled anorexic, bulimic. I was yo-yo dieting. Like Brittany said, I did the same one, the lemon and the syrup, and I think cayenne pepper or something like that with it, right? I think we might've taken a shot together while we were doing that. Like I did all kinds of different stuff, okay? A soup diet, you eat fruits for 3 days, and then you eat vegetables, and then you bring in the meat, and then you get a soup on the 7th day. It's crazy. I did all the things, right? Super obsessed with being skinny. And then I decided to do my version, what I thought was healthy eating, right? And I ballooned up to 125 within a matter of a couple months. And I worked out. Okay, so I don't have a problem with working out. I never had an issue with the gym. I never had an issue with motivation to go to the gym 6 days a week. I was in there 3 hours. Like to me, 3 hours in the gym, like, yeah, I got it in, right? But what I didn't realize, and I think this happens to a lot of us when we come in, is we don't realize like what we actually look like. Cause I don't know about y'all, but I wasn't checking myself out in the mirror, right? Just when I lifted weights, and what it got me excited was like, I was pushing weight, right? Until I stepped on a scale and it said 33% body fat. I said, damn. I can't believe, how did I get here, right? I thought it was all muscle, right? Lies, okay, lies. It was not all muscle, right? So from there, I got on the program, and in my first month, I lost 18 pounds and dropped 11% body fat, just following the plan. And I worked out 2 times that month, okay? Just following the plan, and I worked out 2 times that month. And I kind of did it in a way of like, I didn't know what Herbalife was. I didn't know all this stuff that we know now. I just wanted to see what it would do for me and how my energy was going to be, because I've done everything and I had low energy, exhausted, tired. Something I will tell you, but disclaimer, we do not cause, cure, prevent, or diagnose, but with good nutrition, amazing things happen. Just before I started Herbalife, I was on antidepressants, anxiety medication. I was on sleeping medication, migraine medication. And wow, it's making me emotional right now, because just to think back, like on all that stuff, I kept going to the doctors looking for a solution. And the solution for them was always another pill, another pill, another pill. And I remember even being on the pills and just feeling like no life, right? I'd make it to the gym, but like tired, right? Groggy, just exhausted all the time. I didn't feel like I was living life. On top of that, you guys, I was drinking every weekend, like blackout drunk, right? So getting started on the products for me, like having the energy, and y'all know the first time you try that tea, you feel like happy, right? Like your girl, I don't clean, okay? I'm not a cleaner, but I was cleaning the baseboards, okay? And this was like, and I was excited about it, right? Like, oh, okay, this is the shit, right? So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna commit to this. Within a couple months, I found myself not even taking all my medications. I was able to sleep better. I felt happier. I felt excited about life, right? And for the first time, I'm starting to look and check myself out. I'm starting to take full body pictures, right? So what I do recommend, if you haven't done so already, get all those before pictures. Don't be afraid to take the pictures, because you're gonna look back one day and say, wow, remember when I started Herbalife and I was taking those pictures? Because the one thing I do regret is not taking enough before photos, okay? From all angles, sitting down, like all the things, right? So I started on my program. I've been on it now, the products, for 6 years. During my journey, I got pregnant. I used the products during my entire pregnancy. I remember hearing people complain about their pregnancy and how exhausted and how tired they were. Well, your girl was still up at 4 or 5 a.m. I was still going to the gym, like, you know, and I really give the credit to the products because it was feeding me good nutrition during my pregnancy, right? And again, we just alter it a little bit based on what your goal is, you know? So I still took the same products, but just a little bit differently during my pregnancy. And then I used them postpartum while I was breastfeeding. The one thing that I do know is, like, I was producing so much milk, I was breastfeeding, and then each boob was coming out with like 6 ounces. I was like, well, and people were messing, how the hell? I'm like, look, it's good nutrition, good nutrition. All of my clients who are breastfeeding, man, they just pump so much, right? So, and then I introduced the products to my daughter. Her name's Phoenix. When she was 8 months old, I started putting the shakes in her baby cereal, right? And then after that, when she was able to drink from a bottle, she started drinking them from a bottle. And to this day, she's 3.5 years old. And you should see her hair growth, okay? Did you know that the shakes have vitamins and nutrients in them and biotin? Her hair went from like here all the way to her butt in a year, okay? Like, it's real. But she has been drinking 2 shakes a day. 2 shakes a day. Every morning for breakfast, she has a shake. And then later on in the day, or she just feels like not eating, right? Because, you know, kids go through their phases. So I wanted to share that with you to know, like, everybody can have it, right? Now let's get into the products for toning. So my favorite products. So what I recommend when we're toning, dropping the body fat, right? There's a difference between toning and wanting to drop some weight and then gaining weight. A lot of people will say, oh, well, I want to get a flat stomach, but I don't want to lose my butt. Sorry, y'all. If your ass is fat, okay, you're going to lose it, okay? Because you do not get to choose where the body drops the fat, okay? Let me repeat that. You do not get to choose where your body will lose the fat. This is why we have you guys take photos, okay? Because some people may lose the body fat in your back. But if you never take those full body photos, you won't see it. Some people lose it in the arms, right? Some people, it's around their thighs first. Everybody is different. And since you don't get to choose, what we do is we follow a program, which if you want to drop anything, if you want to drop your legs, if you want to drop body fat, if you want to shrink your stomach, no matter what it is, you will be on a calorie deficit program, which is consuming less calories than your body burns, okay? And you can tone, which means starting to build some muscle. So basically a pound of fat is like this, right? Okay. A pound of muscle is dense and it looks like this, hard, right? This is a pound of muscle. They weigh the same. It weighs the same. A pound is a pound. Now it's the shape that makes them different. Okay. So as you're working out, your body lifting the weights and feeding your body enough protein and nutrients, your pound of fat will turn into that pound of muscle. So the scale's not going to move, but you know what will move? Your shape, your body. You'll start dropping inches. You'll notice your clothes are fitting better. This is also why we take the photos. Okay. So what I did was I stayed on, the fat loss program. Okay. I like to call it the AKA tone program, the AKA like shrink the waist, build the booty program, right? Like all of it. I stayed on that. Okay. For an entire year. And by 1 year postpartum, I had abs and built a booty. Okay. So I did 2 shakes a day. I did 2 healthy snacks. All right. I did a colorful meal. I made sure my colorful meal, I was getting, the proteins, the vegetables. And then after that, I jumped on the weight gain program. It's a different program. It's different, right? And that's the photo you see on the photo, right? That's where I'm at right now. I've like completely put on muscle, but also when you join the weight gain program, you put on fat too. So this is why we have you focus on dropping the body fat, toning your body until you get comfortable. And then boom, then we jump over to a weight gain program, which means consuming using more calories than your body burns, okay? And the awesome thing is Coach Rich is going to go over some things to help you with that as well. But I'm going to go over the toning, but I want you to see what's possible and that this is the process. So you're in this right now for a 21-day challenge, but what we want you to think about is the future. And in order for me to get all my results, I did back to 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 back, literally 3.5 years of 21-day challenges. Okay, to drop the body fat and then to gain the muscle. Okay, so some of my favorite products, other than the ones you already heard Brittany talk about, right, is going to be CR7. Okay, CR7. So now what this does is when you're working, so you take this during your workout, okay, or you could take it before, or you could just take it throughout the day if you need some focus. So what it does is it will help you focus through the day, right? And just like in your workout will help you focus, it's going to give you electrolytes. All right. And you have you ever noticed that when you're in the middle of your workout, you're kind of like feeling fatigued and you're like, oh man, that weight was tough. I literally pour this in a cup and I sip on it during my workout. And that one drink, I'm like, oh, all right, here we go. Because it has a healthy amount of sugars. All right. So, sometimes people would drink Gatorade, right? And yeah, you'll feel good, but it's got a excess amount of sugars, right? We don't want all those sugars. We want a healthy amount. So this gives you that healthy amount. And you guys, guess what? I took this during my pregnancy when I would go to the gym because, you're hella tired when you're during your pregnancy, right? Like you can be exhausted. So during the gym, I also took this. All right. So basically I like to call it a healthy version of Gatorade. All right. If you're going for a walk, you're going for a run, and because of the sugar loads, because of electrolytes and everything, it will help you focus. So even if during the day I need to oh my gosh, you guys, and I think I haven't been diagnosed, but self-diagnosed ADD, I'm all over the place. It helps you focus. Okay. So you need that too. Or sometimes I'll drop it for Phoenix. If she's starting to feel a little bit sick, it has electrolytes in there. Some people buy Pedialyte. I get CR7. Okay. So I mix this for her when I'm feeling sick. I'm like, oh, we need the CR7, double up on the CR7. All right. That's what this does. Okay. So you can drink this during your workout. Now, when we're talking about toning, right, dropping the body fat and building the booty, right, what I would do as my post-workout shake is I would consume the beverage mix. Okay. So beverage mix is whey protein. Okay. And I'm gonna give you a little combo too. Okay. So beverage mix tastes like Kool-Aid. Literally, without all the excess sugars though, right? And here's my little combo. To write this down, 2 scoops peach mango beverage mix and 1 scoop protein drink mix, about 45 ounces of water, and then about 5 to 6 ice cubes. And it's like a slushie. Okay. I think someone said it reminded them of a peach mango slushie at Sonic or something. So that was my go-to. So when I would get done working out, because remember, I'm not on a weight gain program yet. I'm on tone. So I would take this when I'm done working out. All right. And I would make that combo. Or I love the wild berry one with fruit. So you can add it to apples. And it's 15 grams of protein for 2 scoops. Okay. And the thing here is it's whey protein. So you don't have to know the science, but I want to explain so you just kind of get a tip of it. Whey protein is actually designed to be fast digestive, right? So you want that when you get done working out. Or if you're just craving a snack later, it's perfect to have a snack. And it also, whey protein helps with visceral fat, which is the fat around your internal organs. Okay. So we don't realize it, but we have fat underneath all the stomach fat, right? So we got to get rid of that too. Okay. So those are awesome. My daughter drinks this in her cups, right? And loves it on her fruits too. Okay. And then my last protein, which I'm going to pull out in my tablet box, right? So it's called Cellulose. C-E-L-L-U-Lose. Okay. And I'm going to show you the tablet. It's a little tablet like this, and it's in our enhancer section. Okay. What this does, it helps eliminate a healthy amount of water. So, you ever feel bloated, right? And you're like, gosh, I'm just kind of feeling bloated, feel like my body's retaining water. You want to take Cellulose. You guys, in a 21-day challenge, if you want to get shredded, right? This is the product you want to take. Hold on, baby. Okay.
I already did my Band-Aid.
Okay, we'll get some more at the store. Okay. You guys, this is work from home life. This is beautiful, right? This is me, Phoenix, my co-host. So this, okay. And the directions call for 3 times a day. So when you're starting, you want to make sure that you're following the directions on the back of the label. But then as you get into it, right, I'm going to tell you what I do. right? When I'm getting ready for summer, okay, the bikini season, if y'all follow me, y'all know we about the thong bikinis, okay, all day, every day. That's the goal, to look good naked, not in clothes, okay? I do 6 a day, right? Because I'm really, especially in challenges when I'm really trying to get shredded, okay? Again, start with the directions on the label. And something you wanna make sure too is because it's going to eliminate the excess water in your body, you need to make sure that you're consuming your gallon of water. Okay, you need to make sure you're consuming. If you do not consume your gallon of water, you will start to feel like dry and stuff. Because remember, it's removing. All right. And that gallon of water, you can use that same gallon of water for your shakes, for your teas, and all that stuff. All right. So those are my 3 favorite when it comes to toning, but building the booty, right? So building booty, snatch the waist and all that, right? So you guys, that is mine. So I'm going to pass it back to Brittany. Thank you guys for letting me share about booties.
Yay, you guys, these products are absolutely incredible. Thank you, Angelica. You guys, that was the 3 products that she gave us tonight to enhance her program. She used for toning and building the booty. Just know that inside of our challenge chat, you guys, after we're done with this phone call, there will be 3 pictures dropped of Brittany's skin tightening enhancers, Angelica's tone and build the booty enhancers. And now, you guys, we're gonna bring up our last coach to close it out with his favorite products to enhance his results, you guys, and he will be covering abs and gaining lean muscle mass, you guys. So without further ado, let's bring up Coach Rich.
Hey, what up, everyone? Man, first of all, man, I just want to say thank you to Brittany and Angelica. That was a fire training and session, guys. They're giving us so much knowledge, so much information, which is so important. I don't know why I can't see my screen right now. So important. No, I can't see myself. That would be nuts. But it's so important to everything. Because at the end of the day, guys, no matter what our goal is, at the end of it, everyone's goal is to become healthier, right? Everyone's goal is I just want to feel better, become healthier, and then whatever goal after that just kind of comes with it, right? So with my intention for today, I'm gonna talk to you guys a little bit about building muscle, maintaining your abs, making sure those things are popping and going, and everything like that. But also I want to really focus in like my 3 main products are to build muscle. Okay, that's what I'm gonna talk about. But just to let you guys know, I got started when I was 30. Thank you, Angelica. I was gonna say that. She likes to point that out. So I got started when I was about 31, right? Ex-college athlete. I was extremely active, played sports all the time. But I had a dad bod with no kids. I had no self-esteem, anything like that. I would never wanted to go to the pool. I was the guy at the pool with the shirt on. You know what I mean? That's just how it is. And so before, when all that was going down, like what had happened was when Herbalife came to me, I was like, man, I want nothing to do with these products. Like I'm not, it looks like some old white lady should be taking this. Like it's not for me, not the male, not the college athlete. Like I don't do that. I'm too good for that, right? But then at the time, I started like stealing some of the shakes. And then from there, I'll tell you guys this, just alone, the taste of the cookies and cream shake, I was like, oh hell. Like, I don't know if it's good or bad for me, but I'm gonna keep on taking this because this is fire, right? So from the cookies and cream shake alone, I eventually got started on my plan at the time, which I was overweight and like I said, insecure. And for my plan, a month into it, I was actually able to drop 23 pounds. So I was able to drop 23 pounds I didn't know I had. I don't have that photo actually with me. I'll just say it looks like the one on the left, except a lot smaller. I was extremely a lot smaller with that. But the thing that was crazy about it is like when it comes to any kind of building muscle or anything, guys, the number one thing is consistency, right? And so with the consistency that I knew that the nutrition plan worked, the consistency of behind it, be like, hey, I have a program that's adaptable to my lifestyle. Because just like Angelica and Brittany, man, I was doing dumb stuff. I just call it dumb stuff. You want to call it a fad diet? We just doing dumb stuff. Like, oh, this magic pill's gonna work. There ain't no magic pills out here. It's all about being consistent with what you're doing, sticking to a plan, and living your life, how you want to live your life. Because even though we haven't touched base on this, but guys, one of the biggest things to making you unhealthy is stress. And you know what people stress about? They stress about, I don't know what to eat. Oh, we going out somewhere. Can I eat this food? Oh, I gotta take photos tomorrow. Can I eat this? Like, we don't need that stress. And so with the Herbalife Nutrition Plan, it allows you to be flexible in those areas. Like the story that Brittany said, when she went to Vegas and went ham on buffets, that's a true story. Like I've done it myself. You know what I mean? Like that's a true story where when your body is working so well, like you're allowed or able to eat these things when those special occasions come and it doesn't hold you back. opposed to something else where it's like, you don't eat carbs for, I don't know, 6 months, and all of a sudden you just smell bread and you gain 5 pounds. Like that's a real thing. You know what I'm saying? That's a real thing. So with this lifestyle, it's just so important, right? One of the things that I want to say with all the products they say, when it comes to consistency, or it comes to building muscle, I'm just gonna kind of start getting into it. When it comes to building muscle, some things you have to think about. One, building muscle is by far harder than just losing weight, okay? It is harder than losing weight to build muscle. The reason behind it is the consistency behind it. You constantly have to be giving your body, it's called a calorie surplus. You have to constantly be eating enough food every single day to where your muscles have something to actually build from, all right? So for me, whenever I have someone come on, new, they're like, hey, Rich, I want to build muscle. I want to get big. I want to get yoked and stuff like that. I'm like, okay, cool. Like, what are you currently doing? And then they'll say, and their nutrition plan or whatever they're doing is so sporadic. Like one day they'll eat a lot, one day they won't eat nothing, right? One day they'll eat somewhere in the middle, and it's like your body has no idea what you're trying to do. It doesn't know if it's you trying to lose weight. It doesn't know if you're trying to be, in a hot dog eating competition. Like it doesn't know what you're trying to do. So the consistency, whenever I have someone new, no matter where they're at, I'm just saying, for your first 30 days, we're going to just focus on getting your body healthy. I need you to make sure that you can eat this consistent nutrition plan, show me that you can be consistent with this, so that way we can get your body working healthy. It was talked about, Brittany mentioned it, how our body absorbs the nutrients and everything else like that. Like, guys, our bodies have been so damaged from the American food industry and everything else. Our bodies are just damaged to where our body is unable to absorb all the nutrients that we really need. So one of the main products, cell activator. I love when people talk about cell activator when you use it with your products, right? So we have all these villi in our body, right? And imagine your hands like your villi, right? Because they're so damaged, they're like little knuckles and they're barely even going like this. So because they're not activated, they're not absorbing any nutrients, right? So that's also too why sometimes when people go pee right away, is the green? It's because their villi aren't activated. They're not able to absorb the nutrients. So then once you have the cell activator and you have the aloe and everything else, your villi go from little tiny nubs to spirit fingers. We going nuts. And that's why we have the cell activator and everything else when we have our shakes, because now it's absorbing all the nutrients into your body. And it's the nutrients that give it the cellular activity, the cellular nutrients that makes the biggest change in the world, okay? And then so when we start talking about it, I guess I'll just tell you, I'm kind of sporadic, man. I just have my tea, sorry. I'm coming to you from a place for this. I am 37 years old. I've gained in 6 years by using these products, I've gained over 40 pounds of lean muscle. So the transformation photo that Brittany put up there, I'm at 225 pounds. So the funny thing is, I have the little disclaimer down there that it says, consumption, weight loss, average pound and a half a week, blah, blah, blah. What was funny is I actually weigh more in my after photo than I did in my before photo. And that's what happens when you gain muscle the right way. That's what happens when you gain muscle the Herbalife way, because you have all those nutrients, all right? Got distracted, got to bring it back now. Sorry. So then from there, the consistency of it, after you get another thing, science, just a little science for you guys, it is scientifically proven that when people try to build muscle, if their body fat percentage is between 8 for male, it's 8 to 12%, scientifically, they're able to build more muscle in a calorie surplus. Why? Because they don't have all that excess crap in their body distracting their villi from absorbing the nutrients. So when your body fat is low, your body is working at a much higher state to actually absorb everything you need to grow. For women, I want to say it's anywhere from 16 to 22%. I'll double check that. But for men, I know it's 8 to 12. Man, sorry. So that's one of the things too. So even when I get people on a plan, it's like, hey, let's try to I always say, let's get your abs popping first, right? Let's get your abs popping first. And then we'll start worrying about building muscle. Even when you do that, I'll tell you guys, because of the nutrients and how you guys will be eating, the thing that's amazing is people like, I don't want to lose weight, like especially for men. They're like, I don't want to lose weight, look all shrinked up and stuff like that. Guys, if you follow the Herbalife plan, that doesn't happen. Because you're getting so much protein and vitamins, your muscles do not shrink. You just start shedding fat. And the fact that you'll shed fat, your waist will get smaller, your cuts in your shoulder will get deeper, you will actually look bigger. It's not that you're actually gaining muscle, it's just your muscles will be full and you'll look bigger, okay? So that's in the beginning of it. And then we're like, okay, everything is good now. Now we're at the point where everything is good. It's like, all right, now we're in a calorie surplus. We're eating our 4 to 5 meals a day. We're having our 2 to 3 shakes a day, right? 2 to 3. Now no longer just 2. Now it's 2 to 3, okay? Depending on your plan. Eating food. You'll be eating food, like a lot of food. I love when other Herbalife are just like, you guys have shakes all day? I'm like, man, y'all gotta look at my fridge. Your boy be getting down. We just had Taco Tuesday. I don't know what you're doing your nutrition plan. I got Taco Tuesday, you know? So that's just how it is when you're building the muscle. So going into it though, the calorie surplus and everything else. So that's a lot of the science behind building muscle. Now I want to go into my 3 products that I feel are so important and crucial to building muscle. My favorite products, still incorporated with the plan that Brittany talked about, still incorporated the plan that Angelica talked about. I do all that. Why not? Your body needs that. Why not? Right? So in addition to all that, what I use, the first thing I want to talk about is Aminogen. And I don't have the tablet, Brittany. I'm so sorry. I just have it in my tablet box. Little Aminogen tablet, right? I'll find a picture posted in the chat. But the Aminogen tablet, guys, is so important. How I like to call it is a mini gym. Because if you think about it, you go to the gym, you lift weights, the skin gets tight, right? Aminogen, same thing. Aminogen helps with getting your skin tight. But the reason behind it is because it supports protein digestion. Our muscles and our body need protein. Our body needs to be able to absorb the protein. So then with the Aminogen, what it does, it helps break up all the molecules from the foods and the shakes that we have into these enzymes to where it's actually able for our body to absorb it better, right? And so it breaks it down to a simpler form. It's kind of like if you heard of branched chain amino acids, right? It's how you break down the protein, synthesize, everything like that. Aminogen does the exact same thing, except now when you're taking it, not only does it help breaking down your shake, which is phenomenal, but having it throughout the day, it breaks down your chicken, it breaks down your eggs, it breaks down your Greek yogurt, it breaks down, all the things that you're eating, the lean proteins, it helps break that down. On top of it, some of the other benefits to talk about, man, it helps you not be bloated. Sometimes you eat a lot of protein, your body's not used to it, so you get a little bloated, right? Abs, if you are bloated, you're not gonna see your abs. Like I was on a call with Brittany like a month ago, I think it was, and she said, Jaden, come here, show them your abs. And we came and we were just like, oh, they decent, you know what I mean? Brittany's like, go take a poop. Why? You go take a poop, you get out of the toxins. Jaden came back and flexed on us, right? That's what happens when you're bloated, okay? That's what happens when you're bloated. So Aminogen helps with that as well. It helps get that protein out the system and good and absorb everything, right? For building strong muscles. So that's Aminogen. It's great. The next product I want to talk about, I have this one with me, is Prepare, all right? There's so many things I want to tell you guys about this product right here, all right? I'm going to try to not be too long-winded. But the first thing ever, right here, there's a signature, Dr. Lou Ignarro. Dr. Lou Ignarro. If you don't know who he is, Google him. I'm just playing. I'm going to tell you who he is. He's a Nobel laureate in medicine, right? He's a Nobel laureate in medicine. You can Google that. Nobel laureate in medicine, right? So what that means is he's been awarded like the Nobel Peace Prize, like that, except in medicine, all right? Make it simple. But he endorses this. So whenever you guys see anyone talk about a pre-workout, they're like, oh, that's nitric oxide based on nitric oxide studies. Guess who created it? Guess whose studies they're going off of? Dr. Lou, right? So he is the originator of it. And now think about it. This is a pre-workout to go work out. Dr. Lou Ignarro, Nobel laureate in medicine, signed off on this product. Be like, yeah, I'll endorse that because I know that's good for people's body. That's huge, right? That's huge. On top of it being NSF approved, if you guys don't know what NSF approved means, so every time a product comes out, this is how it works. When a product comes out, just how Brady's talking about the labels, a product will come out, go on the shelf, and it'll be on the shelf for an entire year before the products actually get tested. So there's times if you're in that kind of world, you're here, there's a product back in the day called Jack 3D, where it was probably one of the most hot pre-workouts ever. People were getting so yoked and jacked and they were just amped up. Then all of a sudden you hear these studies, man, they're the Marines out in the field who are taking Jack 3D and they die. Why? Because it's before the product was tested. They have a lot of stuff in there that was not regulated and not supposed to, they're illegal substances inside the product. It wasn't NSF approved. It hasn't went through the test yet. So there's pre-workouts out there that'll go on the shelf that won't be tested and people are consuming it, right? Nobel laureate in medicine signed off on it. And every product, NSF approved. Our products are safe. And the fact that NSF approved, high school students could use it. I have high school football players use it. Beasting people. They're like, yeah, coach, I'm running longer than everybody. Yeah, coach, my maxes are going up more than everybody, right? They're doing it the right way. On top of it, I have so much stuff about this product, like guys, just to give you guys little signs about it. Before Herbalife, I took pre-workouts. I would go to the workout, I'd get these crazy crack tingles that I kind of liked at the time, but then realized they were bad for me. I'd go in the gym, I feel like my heart's about to pound out of my chest. I would get home, as soon as I get home, have a shake, whatever the hell I drank, I would immediately go to sleep for 2 hours. Because the stuff that was in the product was just like, it amped my body up to the extreme because of all the substances that are not healthy for me. Like my body's like, hey bro, you know when you drive a car and you do the RPMs, you get to the red zone, zzz, that's what all those other ones were doing to me. So after doing zzz for an hour and a half, your body's like, nah bro, you out, like you out. That's what happens. With this product, it is formulated for longevity. Meaning is formulated to where you don't cycle off of it. You can take this every single day for the rest of your life because it has just the right amount for your body to work at its optimal level, not exceeding its limits. It pushes you to the optimal level. So that way, when your workout is done, that you just feel great. Like has anyone used Prepare on the call? I'm gonna ask you guys this. Have any of you guys used Prepare on the call? Hold on. You guys did your workout. You got done. You're like, I beasted this workout. You sweat and you hit every muscle group. Then afterwards, you're like, all right, workout's done. And you walk out the gym, you're like, man, I feel good. Like, let's go do something. That's the beautiful thing. If that's you, put a 5-5 in the chat. Just so everyone can see. If that's you, put a 5-5 in the chat. So it's because of the longevity of it. Like the scientists behind Herbalife, what they do is like, hey, we're not about the quick fix. We're about a lifestyle. How can we do this for the rest of our life? And even with their sports products, that's what they do as well, right? So with that as well, with Lutein, he also has a nitric oxide inside of it, which Brittany talked about, helps with blood flow. That is in the pre-workout as well, because as you have more blood circulation, you get more oxygen to your muscles as well. If you have more blood circulation, more oxygen, that allows more nutrients to come into your muscle that allows them to grow as well, all right? Now, I probably go like 3 more hours on this. Okay, so that's good. We good? Gotta get a thumbs up with the Prepare. All right, we're killing the Prepare. Man, fire me up. About to go work out right now. The next product that I'm gonna talk about. If you are serious about building lean muscle, any kind of muscle at all, this is a product you need to get. Rebuild strength, baby. Rebuild strength. We not going nowhere without the rebuild strength. The reason, well, I'll tell you this, it is the best damn tasting shake I've ever had in my life before, man. It tastes like Nesquik and it is so like milk. Oh, it's just so good. So good. It's like when you get done with your workout, you're like, man, I earned this. It's phenomenal, right? But the reason why, NSF approved, the reason why this is so important is because Herbalife is smart. They're so smart. Remember longevity and how we can do things every single day. So the first thing I want to debunk, because a lot of times you hear people, it has a lot of sugar in it. Oh, it's too much sugar, right? No. If you are working out hard and you're in the gym working out hard, sugar is your fuel source. Sugar and carbohydrates, glycogen, glucose, that is your fuel source to get through the workout. If you are pushing yourself in the workout, immediately after, you need sugar, glycogen, to get your levels back up. Because if you don't get them back up, guess what? You have these muscles that are big, they need repairing and things like that. And if you don't get the sugar levels up and you don't get the nutrients that you want, your body's gonna be like, hey, like I need some stuff, I don't know where I'm gonna get it from. Well, your body's not dumb. It's going to go to the most rich source in your body, which is your muscles. So if you don't fuel your muscles right after the workout, your body's going to try to tap into your muscle itself to be like, hey, I need you to fix yourself. Like, I need you to fix. And that's why people aren't able to build muscle, because of the nutrition isn't there. With this, with the sugar alone, first thing I'm telling you, with the sugar alone, get your glycogen levels up right away. So now your body's at like that chill state right here. Like, okay, we regulated this area right now. It's like this going, we regulated this. Okay, what's next? Like, where are the rest of my nutrients at, right? So with this, it's 24 grams of protein, 2 scoops, 24 grams of protein. And with it, you get a whey protein, which Angelica talked about. It gets to your muscles immediately. Boom, immediately, right? Which is extremely important because you just got done killing it, just like with the sugar. But it also has a casein protein in there as well. So when you get that quick shot to be like, hey, okay, I'm good, right? You get that quick shot of the protein. Now, the casein is a slow releasing protein. It normally takes 2 to 4 hours for it to actually be released into your body. So not only like, hey, I killed the workout, I got my quick shot in me, but now as you go, it might take you an hour or so to actually get your meal in you, your food, right, to get your body back again. It's slowly releasing it, slowly releasing it. It's like a, what's the damn thing, like an IV. Like when you get an IV, they don't just whole bag in you, right? They put you in the needle, they stick you real quick, and all of a sudden you just watch the drip. That's what the casein does. And that's what your body needs to remember to stay at that optimal level to absorb everything, right? Another thing that it comes with it is the Tricor amino blend with the protein amino blend, the Tricor protein amino blend. With this, all the different protein sources, like our body needs so many different proteins. It doesn't need, but it wants. How I say it like that. It doesn't need. Like we don't need the Chevron with Techron, but we definitely want the Chevron with Techron, right? So same thing with the Tricor, with the multiple proteins that come into our body, right? So with the Tricor protein amino blend, that's what it's doing. It's blending all those different things and all those different protein enzymes to get into your body. To that way, like we're hitting all areas. Oh, your body likes this. Everyone's body's different, right? We all know that. This food might hit one person different than the other person, right? Same thing with protein. Protein might hit you differently in this way. So that's why we have so many different protein enzymes inside the Rebuild Strength, okay? The next thing that it has in it too, which is very important, glutamine. L-glutamine is very, very important just to help with the rebuilding. It's like repairing of the muscles as well. So we definitely give everything that we need, the protein, the sugar, everything else to get to our muscles that they need to be good. But then the L-glutamine does it to where it heals everything. It like not just fuels it, but now it's healing it, right? I guess the best way I can tell you guys how Brittany's talking about the aloe, flushes you out, but it also heals and soothes the inside as well, right? That same thing L-glutamine does. Right? We use the protein to kind of put it in there real quick, and the L-glutamine kind of help soothe the muscles to get them back, to restore them, to keep them how they're supposed to go. All right. So with that, I don't know what the hell I just did right now. Oh my goodness. Hold on one second. Can you see me? Okay, I hit a button. Sorry. So with those, those are the main things that come. Those are the 3 products. The 3 products I say when you come to building muscle that are a must-have in your program. But the most important thing, even before you get to the products, is the consistency of a plan. Understanding what you're doing. The consistency of, I know this food affects me this way. I know I cannot eat this, right? When you have that plan, then you're able to add these things in, and you can truly see how your body changes, right? Real quick, I know I'm kind of going, Brittany, my bad, almost there. So one of the biggest things I'll tell you guys, when you really think about, hey, I want to build muscle, right? Everyone likes to work hard and see a result, right? Everyone likes to work hard and see a result. If you have a lot of body fat and you actually build a little bit of muscle, you will not see a result because your body fat is covering all of your muscle, right? So remember, optimal muscle growth, optimal strength is when your body fat percentage is at a very low rate. And by doing it this way, by incorporating these products, having a plan, sticking to it, you build muscle while you keep your waist slim. The program Brittany and Angelica talked about keeps your weight. You see both the damn waist snatched up, right? That is how you keep it slim, but you just incorporate it by monitoring what you do. So thank you guys so much for sharing. Definitely had a lot. Appreciate the opportunity. Miss Brittany, back to you, girl.
Yes, fire me up. I know you guys are just as excited as I am. One of the things about this company and all of us using our products in a different way, you guys, there's so much I just learned from Angelica. There's so much that I just learned from Rich, even though I've been consuming these products for 7 years. And just like Angelica said, when I showed my before and after and you saw, me excited at the beach and then the 21-day back to back to back. I love this. I love the accountability. I love the motivation. I love the inspiration. And more than ever, I love plugging in and learning because we can all evolve. So whatever it is that you want out of your journey, you can get that. So I want to give you guys a call of action to get with your coach and let them know what it is that you heard about tonight and really customize your program. Let's really seal the deal for this lifestyle change and getting the exact results you want. The body you want can be built. It can, okay? So get with your coach and let them know, look, I have a lot of weight to lose as well. I want to start focusing on my skin tightening throughout my process. So when I get down, I love every part of me, right? Same thing with a result like Angelica's. You lose the body fat. You want to start building that muscle, building that booty, right? Right now, booty everywhere. So if you ain't got a booty, you can't even have an Instagram account. I feel like that's the requirement to have Instagram. So, you want to keep that booty, right? And then same thing with Rich. Man, y'all, the Herbalife men, when you saw his picture, remember he was talking about he had that, he actually looks bigger. We call Herbalife men cobras because our protein is so clean that we can be lean and cut up. So his waist was in here like that, but then he's just yacked up. So we call him cobras, right? So, and again, it's funny that he said the wearing a t-shirt at the beach. He told me that years ago, right? And I think I heard him telling somebody else, and I've been using that ever since because it's true. Because then I start to look at the other people that take those big old huge protein. They're like, no, this big. I'm serious. That's not even exaggeration. Cancer this big from GNC. And there's so many fillers in them. They're big. I call them a fix-a-flat. Right? Because they stop taking the protein and it's like all the air come out, like the air be gone. And it's like, because that wasn't real, that was all fillers. You weren't even building muscle, right? So you're all big with not even strength, right? So, I mean, we have science facts behind that. And then and then you stop taking those fillers and you just shrink. Right? So I love, and like you said, they're big up here, but they ain't got no abs. So they leave their shirt on at the beach, right? Rich got abs, he got a small waist and yacked out. Like, you won't want to mess with him. That strength is real. And the same thing where I talked about, I ate like crazy in Vegas and only gained 4 pounds. I guarantee you Rich has a testimony about, because like he said, we could talk forever, but he has a testimony that if he wasn't in the gym for a certain amount of time, he could take a picture of his body and not lose all his results. That's a big testimony when it comes to fitness and muscle, because that muscle is real. Right? So super exciting. So we're so excited that you guys got on the call. We're so excited that we've been able to share these products with you guys and how they change our lives and empower you to know that now I know you're going to look at your program today and you're going to just hug it and be like, you know what? I love these things. I love these things. We just had to share how much we love it with you guys so that you could love it just as much as we love it, and know that, if you've tried everything else and you did your research and you know why you're taking these products, great. But if you just stumbled upon us and like me, you didn't know that you found gold, oh my gosh, we struck gold. We gonna get these bodies, y'all. So we will see you guys in the challenge chats. Get with your coach. All right, you guys, good luck. Good night.
Bye, everybody. Good night.
Thank you. Good night.
Let's go.
Good night.